Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Indian Beginners Facebook Live. I have Ankur with me from Business Launchpad, who is a qualified chartered accountant. Ankur has 15 years of experience in public practice and previously worked for several firms across Auckland, including a stint at Big Four. And his experience includes a wide range of industries, including hospitality, construction, real estate, trade services, telecommunications, retail, farming, and manufacturing. Welcome to Indian Beginner, Ankur. How are you today?
I'm good, Lena. Thanks for having me. How are you?
वेरी गुड थैंक यू और लॉकडाउन पीरियड कैसा चल रहा है आपका?
निकाल रहे time. 4 weeks went fast, and hopefully the next 2 weeks भी जल्दी निकल जाएंगे.
हाँ जी.
So things will be back to normal after 2 weeks. Let's hope.
Okay. So are you working from home or office?
Yeah, we are a cloud-based firm, so all our systems are cloud-based. So we were working through this 4-week lockdown as well.
Right.
So yeah, we are still providing a service during this time.
तो इस टाइम पे तो आप बहुत ज्यादा बिजी होंगे क्योंकि जो वेज सब्सिडी और प्लस आपका ईयर एंड था और जितने भी आपके एग्जिस्टिंग क्लाइंट्स होंगे उन सब का वेज सब्सिडी ईयर एंड आप सब चीजों में हेल्प जरूर कर रहे होंगे उनकी.
बहुत बिजी टाइम था जब लॉकडाउन शुरू हुआ था. काफी बिजनेसेस में कंफ्यूजन थी, पैनिक था कि क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, क्या क्लेम करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं क्लेम करना चाहिए. We were attending a lot of phone calls, answering a lot of queries. और this happening at the end of the year, जो हमारा बहुत busy time होता है. April, May sort of tax season है, तो it doesn't help. So things are quite full on.
Okay, that's good. Ankur, before we start, since Business Launchpad is your baby, आप ज्यादा अच्छी तरह से इंट्रोडक्शन दे पाएंगे अपने बिजनेस लॉन्च पैड का और हमारे जो व्यूअर्स एंड रीडर्स हैं जस्ट लेट देम नो हाउ कैन यू हेल्प देम आफ्टर दिस शो अगर वो आपको कांटेक्ट करते हैं.
So basically, Business Launchpad accounting practice chartered accounting firm है. We are in Epsom, Manuka Road. Our phone number is 0952011515. पे आप हमें कॉल करके डिस्कस कर सकते हैं आपकी requirements. We provide accounting, tax, business advisory services to small to medium-sized businesses.
Right.
So from preparing financial reports to tax returns, GST returns, buying a business advice, anything related to business accounting and tax, we can support you through that.
Wow. So Ankur, अब हम अपना start करते हैं first question से. Okay, so who is eligible for the wage subsidy and what is the criteria of eligibility?
So as you know, wage subsidy is a very hot topic. आजकल बहुत discussion में है. There's a lot of confusion around it as well. So eligibility की बात करें तो it is available to any business, self-employed contractor, that's been in business and been drawing wages. So the wage subsidy is available to them. ठीक है. जो क्राइटेरिया है उसका है कि अगर आपका बिजनेस 30% या ज़्यादा से डिक्रीज हुआ है बिटवीन Jan to June, when you compare it with the same month last year, you are eligible for the wage subsidy.
Okay. तो अंकुर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर से याद आया एक क्वेश्चन हमारे पास ये भी आया था कि एक कॉन्ट्रैक्टर है जो एक कंपनी के लिए भी काम करते हैं, राइट? एंड उन्होंने जब वेज सब्सिडी अप्लाई किया तो बाय मिस्टेक हो सकता है कि 20 आवर्स सिलेक्ट कर लिया, पार्ट टाइम कर लिया सिलेक्ट, तो उनके पास जो वेज सब्सिडी आई वो आई उनके पास 20 आवर्स की. एंड नाउ ऑब्वियसली he was eligible for 40 hours. So what can he do in order to get full wage subsidy, which is like for 40 hours? So 20 hours तो उनको मिल गई है. And जो rest 20 hours दोबारा से उन्होंने try तो किया, लेकिन वो obviously same IRD number है तो उन्होंने मैसेज कर दिया, ईमेल कर दिया, आपको तो wage subsidy already मिल चुकी है. तो अब उनके पास उनको ये क्वेश्चन है कि वो दोबारा से कैसे अप्लाई करें ना वेज सब्सिडी के लिए, तो एम्प्लॉयर कुछ कर सकते हैं उनके उसमें?
नहीं, अगर आप सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड हो और आपने 20 आवर्स के बेसिस पे अपने एप्लीकेशन डाली थी, so you don't need to fill a second application again. This whole process is managed by Ministry of Social Development, MSD. तो उनका एक 0800 नंबर है जिसके ऊपर at the moment there was a long queue, few weeks ago. Holding time बहुत लंबा था. But if you call them and you discuss your situation and you can justify कि yes आपने 20 hours से more किया था, but accidentally you just selected 20 hours or less. They will look into it and they will pay you out the extra amount of the wage subsidy.
अच्छा, okay.
जी. I believe from top of my head the number is 0800 40 80 40.
Okay, all right. या बिकॉज वही लाइक उन्होंने जब कांटेक्ट किया तो वो यही बोल रहे थे कि वेज सब्सिडी के लिए लाइक 800 नंबर को कांटेक्ट करते हैं, तो ही वाज सेइंग कि वो काम नहीं करता कांटेक्ट नंबर, वी सेड कि नहीं काम करता है, बट देयर आर
I
लॉट
think,
मेनी पीपल दोस हु आर
yeah,
ट्राइंग सेम नंबर द सेम टाइम हैव सेम
yeah.
टाइप ऑफ क्वेरीज.
Yeah, as you can appreciate, this time is a lot of it's a
Yes,
hectic time because there's a lot of changes happening. Sare government agencies ke both changes. They're bringing tax changes, they're bringing business support changes, they're bringing a lot of a lot of changes. So all these centers are they're quite full on. They're trying to do their best to pay out all these subsidies and all these business support that they that people are eligible for. तो इसमें है क्यों है, but they will not deny any claims. They will say कि अगर आपने incorrect form भरा था, because there was a lot of misinformation when the
right.
subsidy was rolled out. So a lot of people have के गलती से कोई गलत information supply कर दी है, पता नहीं था कि क्या करना है. So if they go and try to amend, or in the same case अगर आपने apply कर दिया and you don't fit the criteria, because when you apply for the wage subsidy you have to complete a declaration. और अगर आपकी क्राइटेरिया डिक्लेरेशन का नहीं है, देन अगेन यू शुड बी कॉन्टैक्टिंग देम एंड एडवाइजिंग देम कि देखो हम लोग फिट नहीं आते थे बट हमने ले लिया, सो व्हाट शुड वी डू नाउ. यू शुड ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट योर सिचुएशन और योर पोजीशन इज इन दैट सिचुएशन टू.
राइट, ओके, हाँ, तो ज्यादा मिल गए तब भी बता दो, कम मिल गए तब भी बता दो. हाँ,
एग्जैक्टली.
ट्रू. एनी हाउ बिकॉज सुनने में तो ये भी आया कि अगर वेज सब्सिडी अभी ले भी रहे हैं तो इट्स नॉट कि भाई आपने कुछ भी रॉन्ग इन्फॉर्मेशन दी एंड यू जस्ट गॉट द वेज सब्सिडी, बाद में आपको यू हैव टू प्रूव.
Yeah, it's a high trust, high level trust scheme.
Yes,
Okay?
yeah.
So government is basically relying on the information you're providing.
Mm-hmm.
So और इसके बाद में as you might have heard कि there will be some audits that will be done.
Absolutely.
And if you have provided incorrect information, you will be in a situation. There will be some consequences of that. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
So it's better कि आप upfront हो. Don't overclaim or don't underclaim. You know what you're sort of.
तो अगर जो अंडर क्लेम किया उसमें तो नहीं होगा ना कुछ.
नहीं, underclaim तो obviously नहीं होगा, but you should you should know कि what your eligibility is. और आपने अगर underclaim किया है, then you have the full right to go and make a second claim, or make the not second claim but to adjust the initial application that you had put through.
और आप ये थोड़ा सा बता पाएंगे कि लास्ट डेट क्या है वेज सब्सिडी की एप्लीकेशन?
It is last date 7th of या 9th of June है. ठीक है. So उसके बाद I'm sure closer to the time वो लोग review करेंगे कि if they need to extend that date कि वही date पे वो लोग finalize कर देंगे सारी they close the scheme.
Okay.
But at the moment, the first week of June is they're accepting applications till the first week of June.
All right. Thank you so much, Ankur. The second question is, how is the wage subsidy taxed?
So tax-wise, wage subsidy, again, there's been a lot of confusion around this. जो wage subsidy to the employer है, it's excluding GST, it's exempt for GST. तो इसके ऊपर कोई आपको जो payments मिलती है, आपको GST पे करने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Okay.
ठीक है. जो tax है, the wage subsidy is not taxable to the employers. So that means अगर आपको you've received the money and you have paid the money out, you can't claim, you don't need to pay the tax, and you can't claim the payment that you're making to your wages employees as wages as a deduction in the business. So इसका basically effect zero होना चाहिए, in which case it's not taxable to the employers. ठीक है. But it is taxable in the hands of the employees. तो उसका ये मतलब है कि जब आप पे करते हो to your employee, then you need it's subject to all the employment taxes such as PAYE, student loan, Kiwi Saver. So ये सारी deductions, it is subject to those deductions. But to the employer of the business, it's not an assessable, it's excluded income, so it's not assessable for tax, and you don't get a deduction in your business. If you're a sole trader contractor, you will still have to pay tax on this as well. So it's not just taxable to the employees, but also to sole traders and to so if you're an employer and you have taken the subsidy for yourself, employees के लिए तो ले रहे हो, but आपने खुद के लिए भी आपने subsidy ले ली है, you will have to pay the tax on that too.
Okay.
जी. But जो आप employees को pay करते हो उसके ऊपर कोई tax नहीं देना पड़ेगा.
Okay, that's good. Ankur, the third question is business. Like जो अजय हैं उन्होंने क्वेश्चन भेजा था. Business has had cash flow issues and I'm unable to pay GST and income tax. What should I do?
at the moment, सबका cash tight है थोड़ा. So there's again, the first thing is in this situations like this, you have to have a good chat to your accountant कि क्या आपके पास options हैं. So some of the options, if you can't pay, is set up you need to get in touch with IRD and you need to inform कि आपकी क्या situation है. ठीक है कि आप tax pay कर नहीं सकते because of COVID, आपका lockdown है. And yeah, the other option is look into tax pooling. एक और arrangement होती है, which is a third party arrangement, where you can sort of get your tax payments deferred through a third party intermediary. उसके अंदर थोड़ी सी savings हो सकती है from an interest and penalty point. और third option is if worst case scenario business बंद हो रहा है या आपके पास बहुत ज़्यादा tight cash है, you can do a financial hardship application with IRD, जिसके अंदर वो लोग रिव्यू करेंगे कि आपकी क्या सिचुएशन है. They will ask you for some information like your bank statements और ये सब to assess your application, and then they will write off the debt which has been affected, which which you are unable to pay because you're affected by the COVID-19. So there are a few options there. Again, IRD both they're still reviewing and doing a lot of changes around it. But these are the three main options. The first thing they're saying is look at if your business is affordable. Look at your business affordability. If you think that the business is recover हो जाएगा, then let's look into an installment arrangement. ठीक है. The third is अगर नहीं होगा तो फिर आप financial hardship में जा सकते हो. Second option, or the third option is if you can't get any funding from anywhere, then you can look into tax pooling arrangements as well.
Okay. Thank you, Ankur. So what should I be doing if my business has cash flow issues?
So अगर आप cash flow issues हैं तो there are a few avenues that you can sort of go into. The first thing, again, talk to your bank. ठीक है. अगर आप अपना obviously it's a business. You will probably have a business relation manager at your bank. You need to have a chat with them. There are few options that the banks have sort of, or the government, there's a business finance guarantee scheme where you can get some funding through your banks, which is guaranteed by the government. Okay? So that will raise some cash for you. And there are some temporary overdraft facilities that you can also apply for through your banks. So yeah, those are the couple of options that you can आप देख सकते हो जो आपकी business की cash flow के साथ help कर सकता है. I understand a lot of people don't want to get into debt because business में debt लेना is not not everybody's comfortable with that. Then there are some other options from your tax. There's like the new scheme that the government is introducing, such as the loss carry forward, temporary loss brought forward or carry forward scheme, where you can bring the next year's losses, or you can predict next year के losses कितने होंगे, and then you can use that losses against जो पुरानी आपकी profitability है to get some tax relief.
Okay, all right, that's good. और ये सब करने के लिए obviously accountant की तो जरूरत पड़ती ही है, right?
Yeah. So हम लोग ये सब करते हैं. We are currently helping a lot of businesses with banking applications. अगर आपको funding चाहिए तो we're supporting them with providing cash flows. We are a registered business network regional partner. So again, this is another scheme which the government has introduced, which is it's some sort of a support. It's not very much from a cash flow point, but it's under the business regional network. You can get some funding for the advice that you that you need around this time. So be it HR की advice हो गई या accounting की advice हो गई. Say for example आपको बैंक में loan apply करना, आपको cash flow चाहिए, ठीक है, तो आप you can go through the scheme and you can apply for it, and if the accountant is registered, then you can they will, I think it's about $2,000 of between $2,000 to $5,000 is what the government will pay out for getting these reports sorted for you. So आप ये applications के साथ progress कर सकते हैं.
That's good to know. Ankur, will IRD charge penalties if I'm unable to pay GST and income tax?
IRD ने स्पेसिफिकली बोला है कि अगर आप पे नहीं कर सकते, यू स्टिल फाइल योर टैक्स रिटर्न्स. ठीक है, टाइम से आपको टैक्स रिटर्न्स फाइल करनी ही पड़ेगी रिगार्डलेस ऑफ व्हाटएवर इट इज. और एट द मोमेंट IRD के जो सिस्टम्स हैं, दे आर डिजाइन के वो इफ यू डोंट कॉन्टैक्ट देम एंड एडवाइस देम के आप टैक्स नहीं पे कर सकते, दे विल चार्ज यू इंटरेस्ट इन पेनल्टीज. But they have made some new rules and they have made some provisions if you can't pay, you contact them and you advise them, and then at a later stage, it's again at discretion of IID. They will review कि आपका interest और penalties remit हो सकती है कि नहीं. और अगर if you qualify for that, उसका भी छोटा सा criteria है. Again, you have to supply some financial information. Or if you qualify for it, then your interest and penalties will be written off.
Okay.
हाँ, तो आपको वरी करने की जरूरत नहीं. अगर आप नहीं पे कर सकते, all you need to do is make sure you're in constant contact with your accountant or your IID, or with IID, and advise them of your situation if you're unable to pay. At least that way they have some sort of a record in the system कि आपने you have made the effort to be in touch, and वो आपकी application के साथ down the line help कर सकता है when they review it के if they should be writing the interest and penalties off for you.
Sure. Thank you, Ankur, for that. The other question is, can you provide details on the loss carry back scheme?
So I briefly touched on this थोड़ा time पहले. So loss brought back scheme. It's actually इसके अभी details अभी बस finalize हो रहे हैं. ये week ही इसके details finalize हो रहे थे. But इसकी जो general guidance दी है इसके अंदर ये है कि say for example अभी आपका 2020 year का tax loss हुआ है या 2021 में आप you're expecting a tax loss. So you can estimate that tax loss and you can bring it back and adjust that against the previous year's profit and recalculate your tax, your either provisional tax or your tax situation, your tax payments using those losses.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is we will get more clarity on this either today or tomorrow or sometime during this week to how it's going to work. But the basics is pretty much that your future losses you can offset that against your purani jo bhi profits hain. And you can get some tax relief by not paying any taxes. You're not paying your provisional tax, re-estimating your provisional tax, or getting some credits that you might have paid. Like if you've overpaid your provisional tax, then you might get that credit refunded. But again, that's just general guidance that's been provided at this stage.
Okay. Okay, Ankur, the next question is, any other support available to business owners?
Yeah. So, yeah, there is, I've just spoken about the business regional network. If businesses are struggling and they're going to their banks, ठीक है, bank वाले बोलते कि आप ये reports लेके आओ, you're going to go to a advisor and there's going to be a charge for that. So you can go and register for your business through this service or through this scheme, and there's a criteria that you have to match. I think in the you have to have less than 100 employees. You have to have a New Zealand registered business. Or agar you qualify for that criteria, then there will be some advisory funding that you can access. I think as per the scheme, it's about $25 million that the government has announced for it. And we are again, a registered partner on that scheme. So if the business qualifies, then we can provide that support, and then the funding gets paid.
That's good.
Yeah, that's an option there. Again, there's a lot of new options. I think a lot of other things that are being brought out, like a lot of property investors. There are some क्या बोलते हैं उसके अंदर repayment holidays. That's what they are providing. Banks
holidays.
That again, it's not. अगर आपका property investment business है तो आपके लिए काफी beneficial हो सकता है वो. But उसका cost, it comes at a cost, as everybody knows. It's not cheap. But 6 months के लिए your cash flow will ease up. So it depends again. It's not the right fit for everyone, but it is an option which is available if you're actually really struggling with cash flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. अंकुर, एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन है कि ये तो सब उनके लिए जो बिजनेसेस ऑलरेडी बहुत टाइम से चल रहे हैं, मार्केट में हैं, रजिस्टर्ड बिजनेसेस हैं और 1 साल से ज्यादा से टाइम से वो मार्केट में हैं, बिजनेस कर रहे हैं. बट अबाउट द न्यू बिजनेसेस जो अभी स्टार्ट होने वाले हैं, जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन कर दिया था, लीज का बिजनेस बस लेना ही था और अभी कोविड-19 आ गया, उनके लिए आगे ऐसा सपोर्ट होगा, गवर्नमेंट करेगी या कुछ ऐसा है समथिंग लाइक दैट? मतलब उन्होंने बिजनेस स्टार्ट नहीं किया बट बीच में कोविड-19 आ गया, बट सारे पेपर्स साइन हो चुके हैं, बट जो हैंड ओवर लेना होता है वो नहीं हुआ उनका. तो जैसे मिस्टर राजेश हैं जिन्होंने कैफे लिया है, राइट, पेपर साइन कर दिए हैं, हैंड ओवर लेना बाकी था, अब कोविड-19 का बीच इतना बड़ा लॉकडाउन आ गया. आई मीन उनको कैसे सपोर्ट कर पाएगी गवर्नमेंट?
अब सी आई मीन जो सपोर्ट अभी इन्होंने दिया है इट्स अवेलेबल टू एवरीवन। तो अगर सपोज से फॉर एग्जांपल वो नया बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, उनको यू नो दे हैव साइंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स अपने एम्प्लॉइज के साथ टू टेक ओवर देम एज पार्ट ऑफ द न्यू बिजनेस, दे स्टिल एलिजिबल फॉर दैट वेज सब्सिडी। वो वेज सब्सिडी के अंदर क्लेम कर सकते हैं।
बट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के साथ नहीं किया था साइन, बट सॉरी एम्प्लॉय के साथ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन नहीं किया था, बट इट जस्ट पेपर्स जो होते हैं हैंड ओवर लेने के कैफे से वो कर दिया था।
हाँ, तो यू मीन आई थिंक
भी है
डिले करना या
हाँ, तो वो कैसे होगा?
ऐसा तो कुछ है नहीं। आई डोंट नो फ्रॉम टॉप ऑफ माय हेड इफ देयर इज एनी सपोर्ट कि आप यू नो आपको एक्स्ट्रा गवर्नमेंट फंडिंग मिलेगी बिकॉज आपने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया है और आप उसको यू नो चला नहीं सक रहे। ऐसा तो कुछ फंडिंग वाइज तो आई डोंट, और टैक्स वाइज आई डोंट सी एनी सपोर्ट दैट इज अवेलेबल टू देम। ठीक है, बट अंडर द कमर्शियल लॉ के जो टर्म्स हैं, अगेन यू नो you can defer the date, you know, आपको थोड़ा सा पेनल्टी चार्ज होती है, जो भी चार्ज होता है, you can defer the dates of the acquisition। जो कमर्शियल लीसेस हैं, आई बिलीव उसके लिए भी काफ़ी डिस्कशंस चल रही हैं अगर आपने लीज साइन की हुई है। बट अगेन दैट इज नथिंग हैज मटीरियलाइज्ड येट कि इसको कोई गवर्नमेंट सपोर्ट देगी कि नहीं। A lot of businesses have you know negotiated new terms with their landlords. In some cases landlords ने ही आके voluntarily बोला है कि आप you're not able to access the site, तो अगर आप access नहीं कर सकते तो we will not charge you rent or will charge you a reduced rent। So you know that is an option there, but there's nothing from the government as such कि आपको हम tax relief दे देंगे या आपको funding extra दे देंगे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। और commercial leases के लिए भी payments they are still working on that if they are going to do anything। but there's not much certainty or clarity as to what will happen.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ankur. I think you have answered pretty much everything जो भी हमारे पास questions आए थे हमारे videos से। आई थिंक उनको बहुत ज़्यादा क्लैरिटी तो मिल चुकी होगी, लेकिन मैं दोबारा से यही बोलना चाहूँगी कि अगर इफ दे वांट टू कॉन्टैक्ट यू, सो आई थिंक दे कैन डायरेक्टली लाइक यू नो कम टू योर ऑफिस, और दे नीड टू बुक एन अपॉइंटमेंट and they can just call on that number, the landline number which is being displayed.
We work mostly on appointment basis, so the number that is being displayed is probably the right medium to get in touch with us.
Right.
बाकी email addresses भी, we have a website www.businesslaunchpad.co.nz, तो आप उसमें जाके भी आप हमारे बारे में और देख सकते हो, और हमारी you know हमारी location और हमारे contact details you can find out हमारे email address जो भी है आपको चाहिए।
Right.
Use that to get in touch with us.
Okay, that's good, Ankur. So, or in any case, like जो हमारे readers हैं, if they want to contact, और अगर आपसे contact नहीं हो पाया तो anytime they can contact us as well, and we will definitely direct them to you, और मैं आपको बता दूंगी कि आप इनके contact कर सकते हैं। और like still if people have any questions they can send it to me, I can send it to you, or they can send it to you directly.
Yep. Sure.
Like you can help them during this time.
Yeah, definitely. If there's any questions, more than happy to have a look into it. Not a problem.
Thank you so much, Ankur. Thank you so much for your time, and keep safe.
Thank you, Nina. Keep safe. Take care.